Hi, we're back with another episode of Locked In. Haven't done one for about a week, and decided here literally to get a distinguished young woman to join me right now. And I do mean literal, and somebody with a pretty cool background besides being an outstanding field hockey player. And that's Darien, Charlotte Domittner. Charlotte, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing okay. How you been?
I've been good. Everything's been quite slow because of the virus, but I've always, remembered to keep staying fit and active as well as on top of my studies.
Okay, that's good. I need some staying fit exercises. I'm trying to get better with that, but
Yeah.
uh, why don't we're not going to talk as much field hockey right now. One thing that caught my eye and why I asked you on, and you can explain to everybody here, is why I said quite literally you're a distinguished young woman. So I want to just let people know about the state award you just won.
So the Distinguished Young Woman is a scholarship program throughout the entire country. And every year there is one representative per state that will compete at nationals in Mobile, Alabama, which was supposed to be this June 15th, I believe, to the 30th, where we stay with host families and we compete for scholarships, and it's supposed to be a really great time and you get to meet girls from all over the country. But because of COVID-19, they're going digitally, so if you'd want to watch that, it'll be, I think, sometime in June. But it's a program where you compete in five different criteria. So the first one is talent, scholastics, fitness, self-expression, and interview. And for each, you first compete depending on how big your state is or how well represented it is. You go to the regional level and then the state level. But because Connecticut is such a small state with not as much representation within DYW, there was only a state competition. And I didn't think much going into it. I just was looking for extra scholarships to go to school next year. And I got into it and I ended up winning and meeting the most wonderful people. And it's actually such a great program, and it gets to show, I get to show how many people like how great this program is and get to represent Connecticut well, hopefully.
Absolutely. And you made a couple of videos, I guess, for each category. That kind of is how I found out about this. So and as people can see, you're pretty poised on camera.
Thank
I was
you.
almost intimidated to put you on here. I don't have to have too many people better than me, and there are a lot of people. Most are better than me.
No, you're good.
Sounds like it's been a pretty cool experience for you, though.
Yeah, it has been. So the previous week was Be Your Best Self Week, which it usually is. You do with a program of Girl Scouts or elementary school kids, and you focus on five criteria in order to be your best self. So it's be healthy, be involved, be ambitious, be studious, and be responsible. So I made videos for every single day representing, the 5 pillars of how to be your best self. And I think that through this program, we get to teach young children how to be their best selves and represent themselves well.
And not surprisingly, as you can tell, Charlotte's very academically inclined, and she's going to be going next year. She's going to be playing field hockey at Amherst. So,
Yeah.
And you can tell briefly, you have a pretty interesting career path lined up for yourself you hope to take. And
Yes.
I'll let you explain that to everybody.
So I'm hopefully going into international law or humanitarian law. I got an internship at the Robert F. Kennedy Center for Justice and Human Rights, which is on Wall Street. It was supposed to be for our senior internships at Darien High School, lasting after AP exams until graduation. But because of the virus, it was postponed to next summer, at least for me, because I contacted my supervisor and he said, we're not doing anything currently, but we would love to have you back later. And I was really grateful to have that opportunity and still have that opportunity in the future. But because living abroad, I was so interested in intercultural relations and all of, that interesting thing. And I really hope to do that in my future.
And you've lived in a few interesting places. You actually were, if my memory is good from the fall, a former Darien resident who came back this year and finished your high school career. But in between, you've lived in a few cool places.
Yeah, so I moved to Lake Forest, Illinois in halfway through my freshman year. So after my season for Darien, my freshman year, and I competed in lacrosse and field hockey there. So we were the field hockey state champions in 2017 for the state of Illinois, which was great. And then going into my junior year, I moved to the Netherlands, where they don't have high school field hockey, but they had club field hockey. So I played for HGC, which is a field hockey club based out of Wassenaar in the Netherlands.
So, and you actually thought about maybe even going to school, college, and overseas at one point, right?
Yeah, I got into St. Andrews for the international relations program, and they also have a field hockey program there as well, where I could have played. And I was just looking around because universities in Europe are much more affordable than in America, and especially being an EU citizen, because my father is 100% Austrian, so we have Austrian citizenship. It would have been cheaper for me as well.
Okay, and you are actually going through a little bit of a sports void right now. You're a 24/7 field hockey player, and you're not getting to do club lacrosse, club field hockey right now. How are you surviving without that?
So my club, AGH, is based out of Sacred Heart in Greenwich, and they've actually been sending workout programs every week. And on top of that, I've been doing my own exercises and workouts to keep not only my fitness sharp, but my skills sharp. And I've actually been doing some stick skills videos with Darien Junior Field Hockey Program, which is one run by my old junior varsity coach my freshman year, Win. And I've just been doing some stick skills, just showing like little kids and people who are part of DJFH how to, do things while you're at quarantine at home.
You doing any just sort of like silly fun stuff at all? You find some time to watch some TV, get out and do something? You seem like the kind of person who maybe has tried something that they haven't done before. Doesn't sound like you have as much free time as the average student right now.
No, but my family actually got a dog, so we've been training him. He's almost 12 weeks old now, and he is so great. And I've actually been taking him to the park every day. So the Woodlands Park is still open, so I run with my younger dog, my older dog, in the mornings, and then later we'll go on walks with them. But I've also been taking up baking. I am really not a great baker, not very good at following instructions apparently, but my mom and I have been attempting to make some good treats.
Okay, sounds like you're having fun. I always ask everybody any good TV movie recommendations.
Oh, I really like Survivor, which is on Hulu, but it's also on CBS on like demand or on the TV. My dad and I have been watching that for 10 years. It's like kind of our thing. It's on every Wednesday night at 8:00, and my dad's like, you know what, I'd be super good at Survivor. I'd beat all of these people. And I said, Werner, you couldn't win anything.
Well, Charlotte, no doubt you've had a great high school career. You had a great season again for Darien, and no doubt you're destined for greatness going forward. So thanks for taking a few minutes here. It's catching up with you. Stay safe and keep me updated so I can keep everybody out there updated on what you're doing.
I will. You too. Please stay at home, stay healthy, and remember to exercise.
Okay, I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to go do some planks up here. I'm motivated now. So thanks, Charlotte. Right. We'll be back with another Locked In real soon.
All right. Thank you.